everyone, I wanted to come and share this new painting with you. It has a bit of a layered narrative to it, and I wanted to just come here and share that with you. At first, when you look at it at first glance, it's a landscape painting with light bouncing coming in from here and then bouncing around on those light tree trunks basically. But as you spend more time in the painting, you discover this little deer over here, okay? So the deer is painted in a very subtle way, a lot of lost and found edges. He almost blends in with the shadow. And the reason I've painted the deer that way is because I wanted the deer to be your second read. And your first read is basically the big picture, the landscape. That's your first read. And then the deer is your second. Why have I tried to paint it this way is because that's how you typically discover that's how they typically exist in nature. If you've ever seen a deer, or they tend to really camouflage really well with the landscape, and when you find them, it's almost like by surprise. So I wanted to create that experience, that visual experience in this painting, and that's why the deer is your second read and the trees and the landscape is your first read. If I have to make an educated guess, I think that tree trunk is going to really pull you in, it's going to grab your attention. And then hopefully, it might just bounce around from these highlights that you see. And then there's a diagonal over here that loops you back into the painting. So you go from bouncing around from these highlights, and then you come back and then this loops you back into the painting. So you can see that's how I'm trying to basically somehow keep you in my painting, okay? And while your eye keeps bouncing around, you discover the deer. Now that's the narrative of the painting, and it's painted that way to give you that visual experience, okay? As you spend more time, come closer to the painting, you'll discover all of this lovely brushwork that hopefully makes you feel like you can walk into the woods and feel the crunch of the dry grass and twigs and branches in the forest over here. Also, I hope you like the piece. It's one of my first kind of pieces where I have tried to have this build this layered narrative into the scene. Okay, well, have a lovely day and thanks for listening.